Good morning, everybody. Today my day off. I had to take Monday off because I had to take today off. I swear to God, I was so damn tired. I slept. I slept all the way till football came on. Then I watched football all night long. But let me just explain this first and foremost. Good morning. I hope everybody have a blessed day. Start your week off fresh and so clean. I hope everybody are doing excellent. Okay. This breathing, living life, enjoying life. But I came up here because shit funny to me. First and foremost, Tommy the gossip, let's stop showing old pictures. You had the audacity to show a picture of Alvo, which you're obsessed. You are so obsessed. You had the nerve to go on Alvo's page and find a picture of Alvo back in the day when he did his first time for probation when he had that fight, and had the nerve to show a picture of Alvo, Tommy the gossip. Like if you know what's going on with Alvo, you up here showing old pictures of Alvo that you obsessed with, that you showing pictures like if he sent you a picture from jail. And first of all, he don't even look like that. Second of all, Tommy the gossip, that's an old picture that you showed of Alvo last night, trying to act like you got picture. You are so obsessed with Alvo, he don't even want you. You are obsessed with Shamar. He don't even want to be your friend. You following my videos and you repeating everything that you hear, Tommy the gossip. Okay, now let's make this very clear. You did not just act like you was in a fucking booth making a diss track that sounds crazy as fuck. You sound stupid as fuck. You want to be Shamar so bad that you are pretending to act like you're in a fucking booth making a diss record. If you're not obsessed, Tommy the gossip, then what is it? Let LIG it, let it go. Don't nobody want you. Don't nobody want to be around you. Don't nobody want to make, like, come on, bro. Now all of a sudden you made up a whole scenery that act like you. Who goes in a booth and videotape them on a booth on a phone? When they start doing that, Tommy the gossip, when they stop doing that, you are so obsessed with Shamar and Alvo. It's crazy. You had the audacity to show an old picture of Alvo, which I got all those pictures of when he had his afro. When he had his afro, you had the audacity, Tommy the gossip, to show this picture last night, like if he was sending you a picture from years ago. You showing a picture talking about he looked like he don't even want to be there. That's the first time he went to jail for his probation. But you doing so much, y'all want so much information, want to know so much that you have the audacity to sit up on your live, Tommy the gossip. That's to show y'all that this bastard is a liar and he's obsessed with these people. Booker Butt is in jail. He went on Booker Butt's page and found one of his old pictures that he had when Alvo was first ever in jail for his fight that he had and had got his probation for. Tommy went on his page and found his picture of the Afro, because I got that picture also, and then gonna try to act like he got a picture from jail. That's how crazy. This is how crazy this shit is with Tommy the gossip. He up here showing an old picture that he's obsessed with Alvo over, and got the nerve to show it on the internet to act like he knew what was going on in jail and don't know a motherfucking thing, because you know you don't talk to him, he don't talk to you, you don't get no information. None of y'all on this internet, besides us supporters that support Alvo, know what's going on with Alvo. But Tommy the gossip, you can see the obsession. He is so obsessed with Shamar and Alvo. Is crazy. This man This man all the way in jail, getting his business taken care of, getting his life put back together, and he up on the internet. Tommy the God's up on the internet showing fake pictures, like if somebody sent him a picture of Alvo in jail, and knowing that he stalked Alvo's page and took that picture of Alvo off his page from when Alvo first back in 2018 was in jail. That's how obsessed Tommy the Gossip is. Then he had the nerve. Look, y'all. Then he had the nerve to pretend that he was in a motherfucking booth making a diss track. Now look at his obsession. Y'all see his obsession. Don't text me, please. Don't text me this morning. I'm so over. I am so over people. If a person is on the phone with you and got to text you, go away. I'm good. I don't know what you trying to record anyway, because of the simple fact that I ain't got nothing to hide, and I'm not worrying about not near one of you weird, wicked ass people on this internet. So you don't have to try to get to know me to record anything that I talk to you about, because the same thing I say now is the same thing I'm gonna say tomorrow, today, the next day, anything. I don't fear humans. I don't fear humans. I fear my spiritual guidance. That's who I fear. But like, you go all out to try to get somebody's information. You want information you know from me that I can't tell you already on live or in your fucking face. Don't fucking text my phone like that. But Tommy the Gossip, you a weird motherfucker. You a weird motherfucker. You talking about you don't no celebrity be around you. You don't know celebrity. Shekinah is not a celebrity. Shekinah is a reject from Love and Hip Hop. Shekinah is not a celebrity. Get it together. And you claim you know Sukiana so well. How come Sukiana don't ever invite you nowhere? How come Sukiana don't ever put you down? Okay, you copying that, you watching my videos and you repeating everything I say, because you see that you're boring too, Tommy the Gossip. But you got the audacity. You got the audacity. This is how crazy and corny you are and obsessed you are with Shamar. You got the audacity to act like you was in a fucking booth and that you was on a phone with a producer talking about, no, I don't like that part, put that part right. When do they ever do that? When do you ever see a rapper do something like you just did, Tommy the Gossip? You a weirdo. You want attention so bad. You know how crazy you sound? Trying to act like you know how to rap. Now you want to be a rapper. Now tell me, y'all, Tommy the Gossip pattern ain't trying to be Shamar. Ain't trying to be Shamar. Then you got Messy Dial. Then you got Messy Dial putting out where he thinks Shamar lives at, but where he thinks Shamar lives at, I bet you not near one of you motherfuckers will be over there doing no bullshit. And if you really think that he lived in those apartments, those are very nice apartments with a swimming pool, he doing better than y'all. Y'all see the hate from the people that be watching Shamar so bad, that want to be like Shamar. You got Messy Doll trying to be talking about congratulations and trying to put a place out on the internet where he thinks Shamar lives at, talking about congratulations. How are you congratulating Shamar and you trying to act like you putting his address out on the internet? And even if that is his address, that's a very nice place. He's got a swimming pool. He moved on up like the Jefferson. But that's to show you how obsessed Tommy the Gossip and Messy Doll is. Yeah. Tommy making up a fucking had the nerve to act like he in a booth. Now y'all know damn well. Now that's how obsessed he is. Had the audacity to act like he was recording and he in the house. In the house with his whatever you call those corny ass lights around. You could tell he doesn't have good learning how to decorate your house. But anyway, Yeah, Tommy the got some fake like he was in a booth talking about he making a diss track and Alvo like, and then he's so obsessed with Alvo. Alvo's not. You can do all that you want to do. You still not gonna learn and know shit about what's going on with Alvo. But he had the audacity to show a fake picture that he got from Alvo's page when Alvo first came out, when he had his afro, when Alvo had his afro, and he took those pictures. But the picture that Tommy showed last night is a picture when Alvo took when he came up out of jail. And now he trying to show it to act like he got a picture of Alva updated. No, you too obsessed, Tommy the God. So you looking stupid. Every time you do something stupid from now on, I'm going to come up here. I don't care if I'm at work. I'm going to go outside and make the video. Every time you do something stupid, I'm going to call you out on it. And fuck you, fuck your mods, fuck all the ones that come over here and try to act like they want to be buddies with me. I don't know. I know y'all kind of upset because I be cussing out Selena Davis and I be cussing out Blast and I be cussing out Tommy. I don't give a fuck about y'all. I don't care about your attitude. I really don't. I don't care if you're mad or not, but don't be trying to be up in my face, trying to act like you trying to get to know me, and then when I get on the phone with you, you trying to record me. That's some weird shit. I, I had to sit on this for a couple of days. I'm like, nah, this shit crazy. Like, make me understand that you would call somebody and want to be on the phone with somebody and record their conversation with you. For what reason? What was the purpose of that? Make me understand what was the purpose of that. Because bitch, anything I say to you, I could say it out loud. I could say out like, what's the purpose of it? Because I wish one of you motherfuckers think you would try to bully me or step to me and see what time it is. I don't give a fuck if you've been in jail before, you haven't been in jail before, but I'm trying to figure out what was the purpose of you trying to record my motherfucking conversation. Like, make it make sense. Like, it's not that serious that you motherfuckers are fucking worthless and you sit on the phone all day long and you get mad about strong people. So I'm trying to say, because I'm a strong-minded person, so you felt the need that you was going to try to get close to me and try to know my information. Bitch, anything like I said, I say now, I say then. Like, I wish one of you motherfuckers would say, put something, anything bullying towards me and see what happened. And that's not even a threat. It's just a promise. Like, what the fuck? Y'all people are weird. It shows you the type of people that are out here in society today that gave up on life, and want everybody else to be miserable and stuck on stupid. Every day that a person get up on it and you worrying about what's going on the internet than you are what's going on in society and what's going on around in society. You so worried about the internet, you trolling people that hard and worrying about what's going on in the internet than you are about your life. You got Tommy the Gossip showing fake pictures, old pictures of Alvo, trying to act like he knows what's going on with Alvo, which I would never discuss with none of y'all. None of you fake pretenders. Stop pretending. None of you motherfuckers will I explain that man's business to y'all on this internet, because that's all y'all want to know is what's going on with Alvo. It's none of your fucking business. That's what's going on. But for Tommy the Gossip, he wants to act like he knows so much. You had the audacity to take Bookabut's picture from 2018 and plastered on your live, trying to act like you know what's going on, and you don't. Nice try, but no cigar. But then you got Tommy the Gossip faking like he in a booth. He went into a corner of his mental health HIV apartment and act like he was recording. He on a phone. You could hear him already record the song on the phone. And he trying to make a song like Tommy the Gossip. Are you serious? Like, for real. Are you fucking serious, dude? You're a weirdo. Straight up. And if nobody don't see it by now, they see it. They could see clear. Stevie Wonder could even see this shit. Your blind ass pappy could see this shit. How stupid you look and sound. You up here with a Jackie Chain wig on, looking goofy as fuck, dusty as hell. You don't know how to dress like a man, so you look crazy as fuck trying to dress like a woman. You know how Jackie Chain wear his hair in a bob. He be putting on a wig like that. He got on a Jackie Chain wig with a gray skirt on and a flower shirt. Who dressed like that? Grandmoms don't even dress like that. My nana and my great grandmama, they don't even dress like that. The way you try to get up in women clothing and look older than dirt. Older than dirt. Older than that lady Bam that be in the movie with Medea. That old lady Bam. That's what you look like, an old ass lady. And then he always got filters on his face to make it look like he got a clear face and clear skin. You have a complex about yourself, Tommy the Gossip. That's why you're trying to be everybody but Tommy the Gossip, Tommy Richard Davis. You trying to be everybody but that. You want to be everybody but that. The audacity. What made me come up here today on my day off? Because it's a gloomy day out here today. It's going to be in the 60s. Tommy the Gossip. You a weirdo. Straight up. You're a fucking weirdo, bruh. I don't care what nobody say. You are so obsessed with Shamar that you put where my girls at, where my babies at, where the Leo gang at. this motherfucker, y'all, had the audacity. He's so obsessed with Shamar's career and want to be like Shamar so bad that Tommy the Gossip put went in a part of his room, right? In a part of his living room where he got his furniture patio at. That motherfucker that motherfucker act like he was in a studio, girl. He act like he was in a motherfucking studio. With his look, he got one phone. He got a recording already on the phone. You can hear the music on the recording, trying to act like he talking to a producer, talking about yeah, run that back. Tommy the Gossip, you are definitely showing the world what I want you to show them. How pathetic and stupid you really are, bro. Straight up. And anybody in their right state of mind know that Tommy the Gossip was not in no goddamn booth. He was in that motherfucking living room. Lord have mercy. What the blood clot is going on here? That motherfucker was in his motherfucking living room, son. In the motherfucking living room. You heard what I said? In the living room, in the corner. He probably pushed his little patio furniture to the side because you know his dog bit the cardboard box. His bed broke. He talking about he made $50,000. If you made $50,000 on the internet, bro, how come you living the way you living? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Talking about you made all that money on and you got your bed is broke, bro. You just brought a motherfucking bed. Lord of mercy. You just bought a bed frame. Lord of mercy. You just bought a bed frame and a cardboard box patio furniture. And you mean to tell me that your bed is on the floor, your mattress is on the floor. You don't even have a box spring, so you got a mattress on it because your bed broke. The slats on that bed broke. You jumped on that bed and went plop, and the motherfucker broke. So now your mattress is in between a bed frame. Mr. I got all this money. Mr. I got all this money and I'm buying patio furniture. Mr. I got all this money and his bed is sitting on a fucking nasty ass rug because we seen the rug now when he was putting up that cheap ass bed frame. Now we seen how dirty that rug was. And so now his mattress is on that dirt. Now his mattress is on that dirty ass rug. That's crazy, Mr. I got all this money. I made all this money, and you live like that. You don't go nowhere. You don't do nothing. You copy off of everybody. Now you trying to copy off of my vocabulary and my live and try to make it seem like you talking about something, bruh. You talk about you talk to God. You know damn well, and I don't care what nobody said. God ain't talk to you, bro. You better stop playing with God, talking about you asked God to take all these people out your life. No, they didn't want to be in your life. They left. God ain't had nothing to do with that. God ain't had shit to do with that. Stop using God like that. You play too much with God. Talking about I asked God to take all these people out my life and no, you fuck you did, and they left out your life. Who the fuck want to be around you? Tommy the gossip. Now you up here making fake videos talking about you in a studio. yo, I cannot wait until Kai and Sheila get up here. Yo, I'm gonna stay up here for a minute because it's Monday morning and it's gloomy. I've got my day off. I took today off because I definitely could not get up this morning. So it really wasn't a day off, but because I am a boss, I can take my day off and be on call. That's how bosses do it, Tommy. We don't pretend. This motherfucker said, this motherfucker, I cannot wait until Kai and Sheila get up here. I cannot wait till my babies get up here. My queens. Cause they got to know this shit. This motherfucker crazy. He went into a corner in the living room. Look at my baby. Hey, yo, look at my baby. Hi, boo. Good morning, sweetheart. Oh Jesus, these motherfucking Mexican. How deep could you motherfucker cut this grass, bro? Every day, them motherfuckers be cutting grass on the. You'll find they be working hard for that $5 an hour. You motherfucking get from in front of my window with that weed whacker. The fuck? But Kai, I love you this morning, sweetheart. Girl, listen. Motherfucker in front of my house with that weed whacker. Nigga, ain't nobody trying to scream like Tommy. It's too early in the morning to get a fucking headache. But listen, Tommy the gossip is losing it, babe. Hey, babe, listen. Yo, I was on halftime watching I was watching the uh B More and the Giants game when I seen when this shit came across my goddamn laptop. But I was watching the game on my big screen. But check it though, right? Tommy the Gossip is obsessed with Alvo. Let's make that very clear. He had the audacity to take a picture off of Alvo's platform of when Alvo took. Wait, I gotta get this right, Ty. This is my second morning shit going on over here, but I gotta get it right. Yeah, he took Kai Good morning, sweetheart. Hope you're having a beautiful day. This is hope everything's okay with you. Before I go into the program, I want to make sure that you're okay today. God bless you. And thank you for waking up and coming to sit up here with me so you can laugh with me because shit goofy for real, for real. Look, hi. Um, he had the nerve to go on Alvo's page and took, remember those pictures that Alvo was showing when he first had when he got into that fight and got probation. He had went to jail. He had that afro, that beautiful. Oh my God, he looked good in that afro. So Tommy had the audacity to go on his page and take one of those pictures off his page. Okay, I'm fine. I couldn't make it in today. So because I am a boss and make my own schedule, I'm on I just on call if they need me, but I just couldn't make it on watching football all day and no, I couldn't make it today. So anyway, I took the day off because I just had to address this guy. And for now on, every time I see stupid and doing something real stupid, I'm just gonna put it on blast. But look, so he went up on Alva's page and took that picture, posted it and put it on his phone, and they're gonna act like last night talking about Alva look like he wants to come out of jail. Like if he had a picture, updated picture of Alva, that's how obsessed he is with Alva. And between me and you, Queen, Kai, he, Tommy don't know what he's talking about. He's doing all that trying to show old pictures and just like him and SL Davis try to post shit about him being in jail and he's not in jail and all this other crazy shit because they looking and for information that they're not going to get. They keep searching and they're not going to find the information. So now he posted that old picture. But okay, let's get past Buka Buck because I don't want to stay on him because he's doing what he's supposed to do and get it over with. So dusty ass dirt mite, termites face looking ass motherfuckers like Tommy could stay off his dick. But anyway, let's get back to the program because that termite motherfucker. Listen, you know how Jackie Chain be wearing his head in that bowl. Jackie Chain always got that damn bowl haircut that's look like a toilet bowl, or that's Tommy's wig. That's that black wig he be putting on. But anyway, he had the nerve to go in the corner. Go in the corner of his living room and act like he was in the motherfucking booth. Act like he was in a booth recording a record. Kai, no lie, I swear to God, he took it down, but Money Mike's stupid ass posted it for me, right? But he posted it, he showed me Money Mike crazy. How Tommy the Gossip is standing in his fucking corner of his mental health HIV apartment in the living room, acting like he in the photo booth, acting like he's in the music studio making a song. Yeah, yes, Kai. I didn't listen. I really wasn't. You know my goofy ass. I was enjoying football. You heard what I said. I had football on the laptop. I had football on my flat screen in my bedroom. I had football on in the living room. I was football out. I was football out last night. And when that shit came across the motherfucker laptop, I was like, wait a minute. What the fuck? What the fuck? What is going on? This motherfucker in the corner. Yeah, Kai, Kai, oh, OMG, what the blood clot, girl? This motherfucker in a corner in his living room, acting like he in the motherfucking studio talking, acting like he on the studio with his other phone. His other phone, he got already recording of him trying to record some kind of diss song that he's trying to make about Kay and Shamar and Avo and Clue and this one and that one. He's trying to make all the people that he's obsessed with. He trying to make a diss track. Yo, this shit was funny as fuck. When I see Kai, no lie. Yo, look, I swear to God, I swear, you know who if you know who Money Mike is, go on Money Mike's page because that goofy mo that goofy motherfucker is the one that showed me. He all up on it. He all up on the in his phone talking about, yeah, Shema the llama, cat K gat T, some shit he was saying. Look, it's weird to me because his character is showing more. The more I put him on blast, the more he shows his character. And his other manager said that they're gonna make sure that Shamar don't talk to him no more. Like, don't even indulge into anything that he has to say. That they don't even want him even speaking. But Shamar got a beautiful place, Kai. Beautiful place is, and he got a swimming pool. They won't be calling no motherfucking landlord on him over there where he at. Oh, trust he in a good spot. He got a nice place, beautiful place. But yeah, so Tommy called himself making a diss record, right? A diss track or whatever the fuck they want to call it. Yeah. So then I'm sorry. Excuse me. No, I don't feel like answering. Don't be calling me when, when I'm on live. And no, that wasn't my job because it would have said emergency. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, messy doll. Yeah, I had to say something to him like, bruh, if you wait, first and foremost, you creature, freature, pedophile. If you had, if you was really congratulating somebody, you congratulate them. You don't congratulate them and put out a complex of where you think that person live at. Oh, complex and blah 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 apartments. They too messy. They too invested. Like I said, they follow Shamar. Like if Shamar, I told you, Shamar's the icon. Shamar's the icon. I bet you they won't be pulling no bullshit over there though. I guarantee you that you won't come and break in his house over there because he lives in a beautiful place. He lives in if that is where he lives in a beautiful place. If that's the name of the complex, but what he showed the inside, what Shamar showed his inside of his apartment is beautiful. His living room's beautiful. He trying to figure it out. He'll figure it out. He got all the time in the world. But look, how is this where you with Kai, you know I got to tell you something, right? I'm gonna have to DM you. I'm gonna put it in your DM because just so you can be aware of something, okay? So I'm going to put it in your DM and I'm going to put it in Sheila's DM so you could be aware of something, okay? Because sometimes say less, so the But Tommy the Gossip, y'all, that motherfucker losing it. He losing it. He talking about look. Everything we talked about Saturday, he tried to repeat it in his own words. And he talking about, I'll never be friends with Shamar again. No, Shamar don't want you. You the one he's obsessed with Shamar. Shamar's not obsessed with you. You're obsessed with Shamar. But that shit funny to me. How he's so obsessed that he wants to be something so bad. Yeah, Kai. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it in your because you need to know this. Not that not that I'm not bold enough to tell you on live. It's just some things that we need to just, secretive and know from behind the scene what's really going on. Cause I'm smarter than the average bear. You feel me? And when and it's just how y'all be saying like a gift from God when you know a situation, right? Um yeah, Kai, of course. Um you know how what they say the woman intuition, and you get that feeling and you feel like something's gonna happen or something and something's wrong or something's not right. I have that gift. And it is gifted to me every time um a person with bad intention comes around. You feel me? So yeah, I got to explain that to you. So girl, you gonna be like, girl, yo ass crazy, but you real. Cause one thing about me, Kai, I do not lie. I have no reason to lie because the world is full of liars. So they do not need me to be a liar. Damn, it's 71 degrees already. It's only 10 o'clock. Yo, girl, I don't know what I'm gonna do in this hot ass weather today, but I'm gonna find something to do. I yeah, and I don't have to sit up here and lie. I might be goofy. And some people say I'm ugly. That's cool because I think I'm gorgeous. You can't tell me nothing, nothing like that because I love me and I love what's inside of me. So anyway, yeah. When people come around with bad intentions, it just that red fucking flag just keep that red light just be like, don't do it, Jamaica, or fill it out for a minute, Jamaica, and then come to your own conclusion. And that's what I did. You freezing in Philly? Get out of here. It's not winter. It's not wait. It's not winter time yet, is it? Kai, for it to be cold in Philly, y'all should be what in your 60s right about now. I love Philly. Don't get me wrong. When the before I left to come down here to Virginia, I was on South Broad Street, Kai up in Philly. They had this they was doing the NA convention. A couple of my friends are into recovery from being on alcohol, and they've been in recovery for over 30 years. So they go around the world to Paris, London, everywhere, and they just so happen to have it in Philly, Kai. So I was like, I never been to nothing like that. I like to. I don't know about nobody else. I like to experience new things. So I went to the NA convention they had, and I didn't know it was winter because shit. Kai, I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry you cold. You want me to send you some hoodies from Virginia, said Virginia Beach on it so you can get beat up? No, I'm only kidding. I didn't know it was when because we still in our it's 71 degrees. It's supposed to go all the way up to I'll tell you around it say it's supposed to go up to 85. So I didn't know, boo boo. I'm sorry. But yeah, hi. I'm so sorry. Cause we like it is hot down this motherfucker. Straight up. I don't really I'm Caribbean, so I like the heat and plus I'm a summer baby. My birthday's in August, so I just don't like it when it's like 100 and something. That that's unnecessary weather. But yeah, yeah, back to the motherfucking program. Tommy the Gossip is losing his mind. His content is corny. He watches our videos, Kai, because he tries to change everything around, talking about he'll never be friends with Shamar again. Shamar don't even Shamar don't want to be nothing to him. He trying to switch everything around and make it seem like he that dude. Not that dude. Talking about he don't want to be around no celebrities. And you don't know nobody. Shekinah Joe is not a celebrity. That bitch is a reject. Everything Shekinah Joe do, Shekinah Joe was a reject from even when she was on the Hustle. Remember when she was on the Hustle family show and Tiny was supposed to be Shekinah Joe's best friend or and hairdresser. And every time Tiny and Toya, when you come around Toya, which is Little Wayne's baby mama, ex baby mama, Rajane mother. Every time Tiny used to come and get her hair done, that's all begging ass Shekinah used to do. You remember? That's how I started really like not following her career, just keeping an eye on her career. And she used to say she used to beg online to Tiny. Yeah, I think she's so gorgeous and she's so cool, calm, collected, especially when she blows her rooftop. Don't get her mad. Toya is not yo, I love a chocolate woman that acts like her. She is so sexy and sophisticated, but cross her path if you want to. She is a hot ticket when it comes to you fuck with me. You fucking with her and her children, she is not having it. But yeah, Shekinah used to be begging. Remember how she used to be begging all the time with Tiny, and Ti used to get mad because Tiny she used to say to Tiny, "Damn, y'all rich already. Help me get rich." I feel like I'm following your footstep, and Ti used to get mad about that. And he used to say, "Well, get it." He used to talk shit back to Shekinah. He used to say, "Well, get out there and get you a job. Work. Why the fuck we got to give you something?" Ti used to go ill on Shekinah. So Tommy thinking he knows celebrity. If you know celebrities and you did, I don't understand how somebody could sit back and say, "I did so much. I did so much for you. I did so much for you, but I ain't do shit for myself." And that's Tommy's story. That's Tommy's story. Oh, girl, what? Especially her brothers, Kai, off the fucking chain, son. And you know that all comes from Toya making money, but she been making money because she's Lil Wayne's first baby mama that had Lil Wayne's first child. You know, like so she never went, and they were so cute together when they was in high school before Lil Wayne became ET's baby daddy. Cause Lil Wayne definitely looked like ET. Now I don't give a fuck. He his daddy's son for real. He looked just like ET. That motherfucker, he Lil Wayne ugly now, but yeah, Toya was fine as fuck. Is fine as fuck. I love her, and I love the fact that her and Rajane has a beautiful mother and daughter relationship. But look though, um, Kai, um, her family off the chain. Her brothers, they hot. They mad. Like, bro, like, I hate niggas like that. Though I love her family and the craziness that come along with it. But her brothers, how you mad at a woman because you want her to take care of you and buy you this bike? Come on now, bro. Our families be doing that shit though, Kai. You okay? For real. Families is crazy. He does. He looked just like E.T. Like, no. Talking about he was mad that the Super Bowl didn't want him singing. Like, motherfucker, no. You don't even sing anymore. You mumble. Little Wayne music ain't hot no more. When he was stunting like his daddy. When he was stunting like his daddy getting duped in his ass by Birdman, his music was hot. Stunting like his daddy, you know. But that motherfucker went over to Young Money, Cash Money. That nigga started looking. That nigga developed himself into ET. That nigga dreads was hanging by hanging by a string, tattoo all out. He gold all in his mouth, looking crazy as fuck. Yeah, that was That's ET son. Now that's his. He just like his daddy. That's his daddy. Lil Wayne. No, he ugly. He went from Lil Wayne because Lil Wayne was cute when he was young. And when he shot himself in the chest and the white police officer in New Orleans saved his life, and he brought the that officer a house. Yeah, like he was cute back in the day when he was with Toya. But I don't know what the fuck is going on now. He should do that AI shit because he fucking look like he need to fall home for real, for real. That nigga ugly. That he his daddy's son for real. For real, for real. But yeah, um, so Tommy was acting like he was in the studio. That was yo, I'm high now, so you know I'm gonna get goofy. Yo. Oh yeah, the dude she went now. Yeah, I like him because he's cool, calm, and collected until his pussy ass did that shit on the internet. Remember when he got mad and thought that Toya was hiding money from him, and he made a video. All right, but if you do not go and take that phone off and shut the fuck up, like I couldn't believe he did that because I always looked at him as cool, calm, and collected though, kind of for real, for real. But he did a little put on his red dress and his high heels and made that fucking video when he thought that the when he thought that the money was he was being left out on some money. You seen that video when he thought he was being left out some money? He put on his high heel and his red dress. I motherfucker ran to his car and shit. I know she didn't. Oh no. He was patting his motherfucking head for real, guy. Listen, yo, tell me people ain't weird out in the world today, though. You know? Like, bruh, it ain't that serious. It ain't that serious where I have to be on a motherfucking phone with you or in your presence and I got a motherfucking voice recording on your ass. That's some girl. That's some crazy shit. Like, bitch, it ain't that serious. Are you serious? Like, no. What you really wanna know? What is it? Like these motherfuckers be trying so hard. Like Hi, I'm telling you right now, you know this for sure. I don't give a fuck if this platform don't never blow up. Long as I be like we chill. We talk about any and everything. It's not always. It's never about. I can't say always. It's never about bashing nobody. It's about telling people about themselves when they try to bash other people. Because we don't bully. We just state our opinion and keep it moving, but we're able to talk about other things in general and not just sitting around looking for the bitterness in somebody or snatching somebody's soul. It's not always about that. Life is precious. So I don't know why a motherfucker don't want to live it. You only got one life to live. But girl, yeah, some of them motherfuckers be acting like they want to be what do y'all call what they call them people that be moderators or something like that. They be all over the place. They be on different people's platform trying to know other people's business, you know what I'm saying? And then go and whisper to the net to the like, no, you doing too much. Yeah, you got to. You know, I mean, it's okay. Like it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know where you about y'all, but I know that's when the stores open down here in Virginia Beach, the mall and the stuff. All the store, the mom and pop stores be open in the morning, and the 7-Elevens. But the major businesses down here shit don't open till 10 o'clock in the morning. So like, okay, it's okay to be on the motherfucking phone if you're not gonna do nothing. But damn, all day, every day, and then you not even bringing joy to nobody. You talking and what wishing bad luck on people. My legs getting cold. I got my window open and I got my boxes on. I'm getting ready to get up and take me a shower. Like I said, it's a busy day. It's not a busy day. It's just a joyful day. Even though it's gloomy outside, it's still 71 degrees. The fuck? Now you gonna sit around. But look though, Kai, I swear you have to definitely go find that video. He is all up. He made a microphone. Look, he made a microphone stand. This motherfucker in the corner of his motherfucking living room, acting like he in a phone booth. Acting like he in a motherfucker, but I say, like Tommy, like go sit down, go do something different. You first of all, your character is boring. But you're boring in the motherfucker. You put your life in jeopardy. Your life is in jeopardy. You don't know which way the punches are gonna come if you stay out in society and be seen by somebody that knows of you. You know, because Tommy goes like to a gas station like 55 miles and miles away. For real. He be playing hide and go seek when he goes and tries to go out and drive around the parking lot. Act like he doing something. But he's doing too much. You know what it is? Dude, relax. Breathe, relax. Stop thinking that you're in competition because no, you're in competition. Tommy's in competition with himself. Let's make it really clear. He's very much in competition with himself. And why I say that is because who the fuck is arguing with him? Who's arguing with him? Shamar got busy things. Shamar got busy things to do. Shamar moved on up like the Jeffersons. He went for a roach infested Mexican living complex where a bunch of motherfucking Spanish fly and all that shit is around, but he's in a better place, you know. And the more the hatred comes towards him, the more blessed that Shamar gets. And you know what makes Tommy the Gossip look like a fucking fool, and people just don't want. We realize it. His supporters just they goofy, they bitter, they live for Angry Bird shit. You know, if you wake up angry every day of your life, and you looking to say something bad about a person every day of your life, you have a bitter soul. You don't have God in you. You don't have a spiritual connection to your spiritual guidance to have you to have self control about loving yourself so you be able to love your neighbors and your family and your children. But Tommy the gossip, he is pathetic. He his motto is he says he do everything for everybody, but everybody dogged him out. Like, bruh, you and your character pushed everybody away. You wanted to be controlled of, and he wanted, as you can see, his personality is controlling. He wants his obsession and wanted to be in control just overpowered everything and just made people not want to be around him. You're a nuisance. You're a nuisance on a internet. Just looking at you, you're a nuisance. And so I can imagine what you are around them. You, because if you was really, he keeps claiming, let's get this friendship agenda out here, because people don't have, these type of people don't know the true meaning of a friend. Okay, because I'm telling you, no, like, Kai, I got friends from the time I came to America and put my feet on America's soil and met a couple of friends in school. We are still friends today. Those are my brothers and my sisters. You feel me? So, and we fight like brothers and sisters, fight like norm, but we don't, we mm-mm. We'll do a family reunion with each other before we decided to put some our friends and family business out on the internet like he was. So Tommy was an associate to Shamar uh before everybody. Before Alvin came along, before what's that, Larry, everybody. Because it used to be Tommy, Shamar. I ain't even paying that text no mind. It would be like, I got too too much going on. Sit down somewhere, sister. It used to be Tommy, this other fat, nasty ass, faggot looking dude, and that used to dress up, and Shamar. And they all used to put their wigs on and dance and everything. It used to be those three together. But meanwhile, at that time, Tommy and the other fat dude was treating Shamar like a pawn back then, even then. Okay. And they were supposed to have they Tommy and Shamar and the other dude, they all put their money together and they all was supposed to have been enjoying Shamar's birthday down in Miami. They went to Miami for Shamar's birthday, and they went to this little not expensive motel, but it had a little swimming pool and everything in it. Shamar it was his birthday, so he was getting lit like he was supposed to light it up on your birthday, you know. But um Tommy and the other faggot that was with them was totally disrespecting Shamar. And then they was videotaping it to the point where Kai, uh, after they got out of the little ass swimming pool, they went inside to the Airbnb, to the hotel room, and um gave Shamar the littlest room where Shamar should have had the big room because it was his birthday. You feel me? But then they started talking shit to him, to Shamar and everything about not participating more money, put more money into whatever the fuck they was trying to do. But they, you know, this was Tommy's personality towards Shamar before everybody came around. Okay, so his intention was to use Shamar anyway. You feel me? And be a nasty, devious, dirty, snaky ass friend. So his whole character started with Shamar as treating Shamar like, I only need you around for content, but then when after the content is done, no, we're gonna dog you out. but we're going to videotape you, dog you out. So as Shamar gradually started learning what type of person Tommy was, that's when it started growing into animosity coming from Tommy, because then that's when Shamar met Larry. Tommy was obsessed with that, and he seen the situation that Alva was in with his with Alva's fake gay father that was supposed to show Alva how to come out of the closet and how to be a gay man in society. But the man's intention wasn't all that. His intention was to uh take advantage of a young man, because Alva was only 22 years of age, and these older people was taking advantage of this young man that was trying to, come out of the closet and be himself. So Tommy seen that, and that's how Alva came around, because he invited Alva to come. Oh yeah, come stay with me. You don't have to do all that. And but when Shamar was staying there too, and then Shamar was involved with Larry, and he seen how Shamar and Larry was doing content. That's how Tommy came up with the idea of him and Alvo faking to be in a relationship so they could do content. That's where all this came from. Okay, this is where all Tommy's bitterness is balling up into a yarn ball. Okay, so he's seen that Shamar is with Larry, so Larry and Shamar was doing contests and together. Then Alvo was there, living there. So Tommy decided, okay, Alvo, let's act like we're in a relationship and let's do contests. Let's get matching clothes, matching pajamas, blah blah blah. Boop boop boop. So Tommy started falling in love with Alvo, and Alvo wasn't having it. Okay, and now, granted, Tommy is older. Tommy's trying to put himself as 28. He's not 28. Shamar's 28, almost 29. Tommy's older than both of Alvo and Shamar. But anyway, so Tommy started doing the same exact thing that the situation that Alvo got away from was happening to Alvo, because Tommy was the predator that was predazizing off an Alvo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, because like I said, Tommy's a stalker. That's how he knew what was going on in Alva's life. So he's seen a situation where, okay, he's being molested by this man that tries to act like he's his father, but still taking advantage of this young man. So let me act like I want to be his friend and I want to be Captain Save-A-Ho. Let me tell him that if he come and stay with me, he don't have to go through all that. And then when the situation came along with Shamar and Larry, then Tommy started being a predator, and started uh, pretending that he wanted to be in a fake relationship to do content, and then he started molesting, doing the same thing that the older man that was doing to this 22-year-old young man. Okay, and Alva was like, he didn't want to he told Tommy then he didn't want a relationship to him. So that's where Tommy's obsession with Alva come from. That's why he's so mad at Alva, because Alva didn't want to be with him, don't want to be with him. So that's his madness with Alva. So okay, so now with Shamar, he sees that Shamar, oh damn, Shamar can keep a man. I can't keep no man. Nobody love me, and blah blah blah. That's when his bitterness started developing for Shamar. Now he's saying Shamar was his best friend, and there's a whole video out, Kai, on this clown, this retarded motherfucker that's saying that he's that it girl, and he got this, he got that, of Tommy the Gossip screaming, crying on the phone, calling Shamar, why will do me like this? I mean, literally going like he's a motherfucker Atlanta housewife. Girl, screaming and demon in the phone, crying, screaming. I mean, like he was going, having a mental breakdown, screaming demon to Shamar on the phone. And then because he was crying because Alva didn't want to be with him, and point blank. So anyway, fast forward into that, Alva and Shamar got together. This is Alma and Shamar got together, and girl, it's been on since then. It's been on since popcorn. It's been on since 2.5, almost 3 years ago. This is his bitterness. That's why he feels. That's why Tommy keep making those statements about I'm gonna bother them for the rest of my life because they hurt me. They hurt me. How the fuck did any if anybody hurt you? First and foremost, Shamar and Alba was your friend, your associate, because you don't know the meaning of friends. I can't say friends with them. I've been watching Alvo. Alvo came across my I page when he was 19, because I told you I used to do the nonprofit organization, Children of Color, that I do. And I used to be on the internet, and I was aware of children that was teenagers and runaways. So I was involved in the community on the internet, and Alva just happened to come across the page along with Shamar. Neither one of them knew each other, but I was always um on the internet, scoping the internet on teenagers that was homeless or in situations such as Alva was, and Shamar. Shamar wasn't a teenager, but he was in his 20s, early 20s, but that's how I started following Alva. He was only 19 and he was fresh out of jail. The picture, that's what I'm trying to tell you. The picture that Tommy showed last night on the internet is when Alva was fresh out of jail. He was only 19. In that picture, he was fresh out of jail. He had an afro and everything. And Tommy tried to show it last night, trying to make it seem like he got a fresh picture of Alva being in jail 2025, which is not. Yeah. So yeah, he was funny as fuck. Yeah, he was younger. He was funny. Yes, he was funny. You know why? Because nobody knew him. None of them knew him. They didn't know him until he got with Shamar. And look, he was 19 years old. This is what made me really start loving this kid, because look, he was 19 years old. He was in a situation where he didn't even want to be. And but he never, to me, he never was on the like lived like a real homeless person on the street, sleeping in the tent. Alvaro was in a hotel room, and he was in his hotel room, hotel bathroom, and somehow, some way, I don't know how he Shamar's picture came across him while he was on his live, and he just stopped his live, and he was like, he want to find Shamar, because that's the picture that I think I showed you, where Shamar sitting on the bench and he's real dirty and everything. And Shamar was crying because they took his phone, took his money, and Shamar was, well, that was a bad day for him as a homeless man. And I was seeing it. And at 19 years old, his intention was to always find Shamar, to help Shamar. So that's why I said, when he did connect with Shamar and had the opportunity to find Shamar and be around Shamar, him and Shamar got cool. And that's when Shamar and that's when Tommy was trying to say Shamar was his best friend and everything like that. And it really wasn't that, because Tommy don't know how to be a friend to nobody. And what it was, that all three of them, all four of them, including Larry, they all became friends. But because Larry and Shamar was in a relationship, Tommy felt left out, and he always wanted to be on top and always wanted that's when he asked Alva to pretend to be in a relationship with him. And Alva just pretended to do content with him, and Tommy just started taking it a little bit too far. And then that's when he started wanting to have sex with Alva, doing the same thing that older man predator was doing. He was trying to do it with Alva, and it happened a couple of times. Because like I said, Alva was in a state of mind thinking that that's what he had to do to find a place to stay. And the sad part about all this, is this kid didn't even have to live in the street because he comes from a great family, is that he just wanted to find his way because he was coming out of the closet and he didn't know how to tell his family. Well, they knew, but he just wanted to come out of the closet, and that's the step that he took. But right at that time, when when Tommy was pretending to be in a relationship, yeah, he was all in cloud nine because he was really developing in his mind that he was in a relationship with Alvo, and Alvo really wasn't, and Shamar and Larry was together. Yeah, they all was together at the one particular. So anyway, Larry did what he had to do. He left. Boom. It ended up where Alvo and Shamar ended up being together, and that's what crushed the bed bugs uh feelings. And that's why Tommy's been obsessed and angry for the last 2.5, almost 3 years. He's been angry. That's why he's always obsessed with them. Always obsessed with them, always trying to put out bitter things about them. But what he don't do is tell you the truth about what really went on. Because when Alvo was staying there, he keep acting like he took care of Shamar, he took care of Alvo just because you opened up your fucking Section 8 house apartment for people to stay with you, bro, because you a lonely soul. Okay, so let's get this clear. When Alva was staying there, Alva was working. Okay, he was paying Tommy $300 a month to stay there. So that's what Tommy don't tell you about. The good things about everybody, because he wants to look like he's Captain Save-A-Hole. He did so much, so much for everybody but himself. But himself. I don't know nobody in the world that do so much for everybody and forget themselves. I don't know nobody like that. I don't know nobody like that. There ain't no way. You feel me? And then on top of that, uh, that's where Tommy's bitterness comes in from. So he's feel like he's gonna attack. And then look, he really got mad when Alvo and Shamar really started blowing up. And then when he seen Alvo and Shamar on Zeus Network, oh, it was a done dunner for that shit. You heard me? It was a done dunner for that shit. That nigga, he just blew every screw loose in his motherfucking head. Tommy was upset and still upset. and still upset. And because that's the first thing he said, you got the nerve to bring the black cat to Zeus Network, and the black cat, and they always try to make it seem like Alvo was out to motherfucking Alvo was doing this and doing that. Never that. They painted a bad, evil demon picture of Alva, and it was never that. Because if you, like me, Kai, has been following Alvo and Shamar since then, you have seen first and foremost, Alvo always stayed precious, always had that shit on. He was a young. You got to remember, he was a young teenager, young boy, and him and his homeboys, they used to be fly as hell. So it's not he just Tommy. Oh, I dressed him. I did it. No, boo boo. That little young man used to always stay so fresh and so clean. Always had that shit on. But when Tommy realized that Alvo and Shamar was a good couple, because they was a matching couple to me. They matched everything. They personnel Alvo changed the game for Shamar and made Shamar start loving himself. Shamar was loving himself when he was around Alvo. So here comes the messiness, and they started painting out Alvo beating up Shamar. Alvo was taking advantage of Shamar, because that's what they wanted to do, and they didn't want to see those two young men grow. And if they would have stayed focused and they would have had a team like me on they, Alva and Shamar would have been sitting on 2 or 4 or 5, 6, 7 mansions, because they would have been focused on them. The haters would have made them even strive even harder. But because they knew like Shamar is a little bit off as far as mentality and the level of understanding most of the things that we understand, because we have a better understanding, such supposedly. But yeah, Shamar fell into it. and let the best thing that ever happened to him go. But see, God don't like ugly. That's why God continued on blessing Shamar and Alvo, you know, and then every Alvo went about his business. Alvo was doing a modeling, still got a modeling career. Alvo was on the Bad Boys Club in Vegas. Alvo was doing his own thing when he left and went to Houston and got away from the dramatic drama shit that was going on in Atlanta between Tommy and Shamar and LaShawn and Messy Dog. It was too much drama for a young man like Alvo, and he's only 25 years of age. He just turned 25. You feel me? So he was trying to find his way, and to have all these older people just want to take advantage of him because he's a dark, handsome young man, and that's all they wanted to do was fuck, because that's the only thing that's on Tommy's mind is fucking. It's fucking. Yeah. Yeah, Kai. Exactly. And he's younger than all of them. And they all just wanted to fuck. That's all they wanted to be around is fuck. But Shamar um did what they had to do. But Tommy's obsession is that's where Tommy obsession. I wanted to, recap you on why he's so bitter because he keeps saying they hurt him. How? You was in a fake content relationship just to do content because that Tommy wants to be somebody where he'll never get a star on Hollywood Walk of Fame. Never will he be on one of them. So he is so obsessed and was trying to outdo Shamar and Alvo, where it backfired on him. It backfired on him. So now this is Tommy's obsession now for the rest of his life. He's trying to get and trying to make the world to hate the two icons that he's obsessed with. Point blank. Period. So now he pretending that he wants to be a rapper now. He knew all these people and all this. If he had all these contacts, you make it clear. Um, yeah, I know, Kai. Yeah, I know. And he stalked him all the way. And remember, over on your birthday in Houston, try to act like he was gonna be on a show with Sukiana and Sakana, and they were gonna fight. No, he was trying to arrange. He was stalking Alvo and wanted them to the same thing he did to sneak Shamar and sucker punch Shamar over the last month. That's what he was trying to meet get Shakana to get Alvo to come act like they wanted to do a show. Had Kay call Alvo and say, Alvo, do you want to come to this show and do a meet and greet and da da da? And they didn't have the $2,000 to pay Alvo because it was his birthday. Remember, Alvo went to the content party where all the content creators was having this big party with in the mansion. So that's what I'm saying. If Tommy was about life, how come you not enjoying life like these two people are? But he got so much bad to say about these two. He got so much bad to say about Alva and Shamar. But these are out of all of them, all of these tacky ass gay people, out of all of them, Messy Dow, LaShawn, Clue, Amory, those are the disgusting, messy people in the gay community. But the only ones that accomplish anything is still going to accomplish something is Shamar and Alvo. The other ones are sitting back hating on them. Every time Clue get on live, Alvo will put him on the live. The first thing say, you when you used to be homeless, when you used to be nigga. That's why he beat you. That's why he beat you down. I will tell his ass. You heard me? Okay, Clue. That's and Kai. Alvo tore his ass up. You seen that fight, right? I said, oh, I know this motherfucker ain't got no George Jefferson underneath. Well, hey, Kai, no lie, Kai. Yo, when little cousin when Ammo threw his ass to the ground by his wig and his wig came off. Yo, girl, I was no fucking good on that one. I said, I know this motherfucker ain't got no George Jefferson. I will stump him. I will stump him all in his face. Yo, Alva whooped his ass. You heard what I said? Fucked his ass completely up. Yo, that shit was funny as fuck. Yo, especially when he slung Clue. Yo, Kai. When he slung Clue by his fucking wig. Said, oh no, he didn't. Yo, that motherfucker came out. And yo, then I will stump them in this motherfucking. Oh shit. Then my babe stumped him in his motherfucking face. Yo, that's why I said pull up. Oh shit. Yo, Alva was not playing with Clue that day. Like, stop playing. Fucked his ass up. Mm. Yo, that shit was funny as fuck. Excuse me. I still be going back when I be like in a drowsy. I still go back and watch that video because that shit funny as fuck. Because I never, I never. Oh shit! I never in my life seen somebody swing somebody by their motherfucking hair and they motherfucking wig come off and he got a George Jefferson underneath. Yo, that shit. Oh Lord have mercy. Could you stop playing around? Yeah, yo, Kai, I am not playing. That shit funny as a motherfucker, yo. That was a funny fight. Thank you, Kay. I love it. I'm so glad they was there. And Alva's best friend, I can't think of her name. She got that shit on recording. That shit was funny as a motherfucker. And Clue talking about rematch, and then after the fight, he talking about, yeah, I want a rematch, nigga. You know, oh man, I can't. They don't want no problems with Alvo, for real, for real. Let's keep it 100. That motherfucker, yeah. Yo, but I'm saying though, shit like that. And that's what I'm talking about, So I know Tommy he ain't gonna never want to do none of that. He ain't gonna be in the field like that. He put out that fake video, and that's another. See, this is what Tommy been doing. He been lying to y'all, and he tried to put out a fake video trying to say that he ran up on LaShawn. Remember that fake video? Just like what last month? that he tried to act like he put up a video where he was fighting LaShawn, and you didn't hear no name, you didn't hear no volume, no nothing. Now, if LaShawn was in that video and that was them two fighting, how you didn't hear no sounds, no nothing, and that wasn't LaShawn anyway. Neither was that Tommy. Just like he put up that fake video of him being in the booth, girl. Yeah, I don't like his ignorant ass either. I don't like the fact that um he came along as a clout chasing friend, okay? And the reason why LaShawn um helped try to bring Shamar down is because LaShawn stole $3,000. This is before Shamar got robbed for his other money. But the first time when, because LaShawn and Clue used to hang together because they crackheads. They, crack fiends. They crack fiends. And Shamar had $3,000 in his couch, on the, in the cushions of his couch, and LaShawn stole it from him. So Shamar knew that he did it and spoke on it. So then Clue and LaShawn came back and broke the window out of Shamar's back door of his old apartment, and Shamar pressed charges on LaShawn Kai. And that's why, from that point on, LaShawn has been going to court. I don't know what happened, if he got probation or anything, but LaShawn was going to court um, for breaking the window and breaking into Shamar's house. That's how. This is where LaShawn's attitude comes in, because Shamar pressed charges against him, and the only reason why Shamar didn't press charges against Clue is because he didn't know Clue's whole name, whole name, and he knew LaShawn's whole entire name, so he pressed charges against LaShawn. So that's when, in LaShawn's mind, he started making Shamar. To his attention was to break Shamar down, and remember, over the winter before the summer came, he had Shamar out there fighting, and we all thought it was a homeless woman, he was fighting, but actually it was a man in a wig, that he was still homeless, but LaShawn had Shamar going around town fighting the homeless people. Remember, over the winter this year, over the winter, and he was having Shamar doing reckless things in the community, to where Shamar was going to be was catching cases. So LaShawn's intention was to bring Shamar down, and when Shamar got into the situation where he didn't renew his lease, yeah, and remember, Kai, the person that was holding the video, talking about, nah, let it go one on one, let it go one on one. That's LaShawn talking. No, let them fight. Get him, Shamar. Get him, Shamar. That's LaShawn encouraging Shamar to be reckless like that in the community. That was LaShawn in the video recording that. And driving around town, and then that was LaShawn also in the video, Kai, when um not he was taping the one, not the one when he gave the lady the $5, and Shamar wanted the lady to go buy food, and the lady didn't want to go buy food, and then Shamar asked for the $5 back. He was being real reckless in in the community. When he went up to the guy, a homeless dude, and the homeless dude pulled out his motherfucking pistol on Shamar and told him to leave him the fuck alone. And Shamar said to the dude, I'm trying to help you. That man said, I don't need your help. Get the fuck away from me. But that's what LaShawn was doing, going, having Shamar in the community, acting a fool, and yeah. So his intention was to bring Shamar down. Then when Shamar got into this situation where he didn't, the reason why Shamar got into the situation as far as his lease go on his ex apartment is because Kay, his manager, was the one that helped him get the apartment because once again we know that Shamar doesn't know how to read and write. So as his manager, which she did right, was get him the apartment, but then it came for the renewal. Shamar didn't know. Shamar don't know nothing about that. He just knew he had an apartment, but he didn't know like yearly or every 2 years that you got to renew your lease. Because I even have to do that. We're living in my condo. I just renewed my lease. Matter of fact, in August, the 1st of August. Yeah. So Shamar didn't know those situations, and that you have to renew your lease. But I'm glad that he didn't know that because that he needed to get away from that situation. And that apartment for Shamar had a black cloud over it. So now where he's at now is more secured, and more security around for him. They got security riding around the complex, and it ain't none of that. You ain't gonna be doing. They ain't gonna be doing none of that. Yeah, but he's not gonna do that because you know why? He don't know nothing better than that. And somewhat it helps his career. What he needs to do is stay away from the negative and follow the yellow brick road instead of going backwards. That's what he needs, Kai. He needs a good positive. He need good positive people on his side. And if I'm not mistaken, I think um, from what I see now, I think Alex, as his manager, is doing. He's the one that helped Shamar get where he's at now, like in his new place. So hopefully he's following the yellow brick road and he just leave everything alone because the people that's working with him, Shamar now, got Shamar doing movies and everything else, and they just don't want Shamar to keep contacting himself with Tommy. They want him to let that go. They would say, let that motherfucker sit on the internet and talk to himself or talk to his supporters and continue to make up lies and think that he's doing something because Tommy's not doing nothing. He's not making no moves. He's not doing nothing. He's sitting back making up lies, talking about, I the one that hooked this up and I hooked that up and I did this and I did that, but he don't want to sit in a motherfucking HIV apartment with his mattress on the floor. Nigga got a mattress on the floor. Yeah, I said the same thing, Kai. Yeah, everybody, I say the same thing, but I just think if Shamar would stop trying to act like he know everything and really get him uh, a lawyer and a conservative that keep contacts of his money, because you don't never ever ever even selling drugs do you take your money from the bottom. You always take your money from the top. If I'm your pusher and I'm saying, here, run this pat, you get your buck off the top, but you still got to sell the rest of my product. You feel me? So automatically when Shamar step his feet out of the black truck, his money's supposed to be in his hand. You know what I'm saying? So he needs, like, we have the right state of mind and we know what's doing it. And I my third oldest sister's daughter is a producer. She's been a producer ever since she's been in elementary school because that's all Rika wanted to do is produce. So she on got a clothing line, everything, and graduated. And she's only, let's see, how old is my niece? She's 25 years of age, same age as Alva. And they know her, and so it's not like Yeah, to the point where, yeah, Kai, to the point where the producers, they was calling him Alvo and making sure if they got the money, if was the money put on the card, because Alvo wasn't really, they sometimes they would get cash, but most of the time it will go on the card because Alvo made sure that Shamar's money was going into the bank. See, and people see how fashionable and how Alva was secured in Shamar's protector. The people that was in the industry loved it. But you had people like Tommy and LaShawn and Messy Doll sitting behind the scene plotting on getting him away from Shamar, and all the while he was, even Kay as his manager was making sure that Shamar was booked. Alva was the main provider to make sure the shit was getting correct. So right now, Shamar's at the point where I know everything. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. But hopefully, uh, this time around, he will find people like us that has his best interest. Because, like I said, what's meant for me is meant for me. So God already provided me enough. I don't have, if I don't want to work, I don't have to work if I don't want to. But I do because I ain't lazy. But I'm saying that Shamar, if he would have continued on the path that him and Alvo was on, they would have been sitting pretty. They would have been sitting pretty. But because you got people like Tommy the Gossip and LaShawn and Messy that was so enviable, and because not just because of them, it's because of Shamar's mentality level. He's not mentally stable to see that he had a good thing going on and it went to his head because he did take advantage of Alvo, and he thought he was bigger than the program, where you started mistreating your manager, that who was constantly getting sure your bookings was made, and you was going on your bookings. Then you uh downgraded your boyfriend who had your best interest in your protection, and telling this young man that's put his career, because that's when Al put his career on the back burner to make sure that he was traveling and being there for Shamar Kai. You know what I'm saying? And he put his kind, remember, because Al was real funny. Before Shamar came around on his content, he was building his content then. And he put all that on the back burner to help Shamar out. And then when Shamar did that to him, Shamar, like, you ain't gonna be nobody. What Shamar was doing was trying to take Alva's self-esteem away, to make him think that he needed to be around him all the time, because Shamar wanted Alva to stay around him all the time. So he was trying to make Alva feel like, oh no, you can't be nobody without me, and you need to be around me all the time, because Shamar knew that with Alva being there, that he was safe and everything was going lovely for him. Okay, so the 8 months ago, everything stopped when Alva left and went to Houston. Everything stopped, and that's when Shamar got mad and said, or started trying to nitpick with Alva, because he knew that he didn't know where his life was gonna go, and now his life is starting to turn back around again. I just hope this time around that he's around. I'm not saying Larry's a bad guy, but I think Larry needs to go to rehabilitation. I think Larry needs to go for a whole year to a rehabilitation program and get it together as far as his mind span on being around Shamar. If you're gonna be around Shamar and help Shamar grow, not be around Shamar and get his money and go get high, and then and only because just recently, 2 days ago, Shamar was like, Larry was gone for 4 days, but he's still there for him because that's his man. And then, Shamar and Larry's relationship reminds me of little scrappy Mama D, and her boyfriend Larry. What's his name? I forgot. I think his name Larry. What's his name? Whatever his name is, Charles or whatever. But his Shamar's relationship reminds me of little Scrappy Mama, Mama D. Her man, he's a crackhead, but she's always there for him. You know, but I just hope this time around, when Shamar starts signing these legal documents, that he has somebody professional, not somebody that's going to try to take your money like they did Wendy Williams. Yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to say. Kai, get out my brain. Get off my brain, Kai. I was just getting ready to say, I want him to get a conservative, not somebody that's gonna do Shamar like they try to do Wendy Williams. You know, they get them conservative and they be trying to steal the people's money and try to tell people what they can do and can't do. You know, people like they did Britney Spears like that. You know, you get conservative and they be trying to take all your money from you, and they really, I don't know. Well, we just got to get together and get our prayers even stronger for Shamar to realize that um, he really, as far as developing his career to a better level, that he needs to have professional people uh, that's going to be by his side, like for instance, if Shamar would have went to the SSI Social Security Disability building and told them that he was in a situation of him being homeless, oh, those people would have boom put him in a place because of his disability. So like if his caretaker don't necessarily have to come from um the state, but just to have him to know how to teach him how to read and to write and how to manage and budget. You know what I'm saying? Not to, control his life, but to teach him those common steps that we teach our nieces and nephews and sons and daughters as they're growing up in the community. Because even like my neighbors' children, when they come and I got them working for me on the weekends. Come take out my garbage so I can give you 10 $10 or $20. Come do something around my house. I can pay you. But why I'm doing that, I'm teaching. I tell them and I teach them this is your job. So you got to do something productive with your money. Don't just get paid from me and go out and go buy some motherfucking candy. Exactly, Kai, because that's why that's how everything got messed up. Tommy bitterness. Tommy bitterness and Tommy bitterness. This is what it was. Tommy was mad because Alvin and Shamar was together and they was progressing and they was growing and they was going in the right direction where Tommy wants to be at. LaShawn and Messy Doll, more or less Messy Doll, he was mad. His bitterness and why he tried to take Alvo and Shamar down and take their contents down and get their platform taken away is because he was trying to live off of Shamar's life and Shamar being around him and trying to build his content. Okay, and LaShawn, he just knew that he was a fan and knew that he was, if he being around Shamar, that it was easy to steal Shamar's money because he always seen Shamar and Albert was always flashing money all the time. So LaShawn, he was a crackhead. He was thinking like a crackhead. For real, for real. Shamar was on me. LaShawn was all about his and not his content. LaShawn was about supporting his habit. This motherfucker and this lawnmower, he is not gonna let me go back to sleep. These motherfucking townhouse people, these people, I'm not mad at them because I swear to God, if they see one piece of paper, Lord have mercy. These Jewish people love their property. They keep their property up. I love renting. I love renting my condo. Uh, I own it, so it's not really rented, but I rent the parking lot. I still got to pay for that, my parking and stuff like that. But that's why I say I rent it. But I have my own private area, my own backyard and stuff like that. It's gorgeous. But it just, to me, I swear they be. I said it's gloomy about the rain outside. These motherfuckers on the lawnmower. They was out there yesterday, but I ain't mad at them. That's one thing I can say about Virginia Beach, Virginia. They keep the community clean and make sure that's why you don't see too many homeless people, because they always got a place for them to be. And they feed them motherfuckers out of them soup kitchen. I buy one time I took some of the kids from the community center to volunteer at the soup kitchen and the pantries. Girl, they give these people, you go to the pantries down here, they give people food like they in a grocery store. I swear to God, no lie. That's why you don't see too many homeless people in Virginia. They when by the time they come out of the pantry, they got a whole shopper cart full of food. Milk, gallons of juice, eggs, bacon, chicken. They be feeding these homeless people, these people that are living. You don't see too many on a tent, too many on the streets, not in Virginia Beach, Virginia. But anyway, yeah, Kai. Um, the best thing for him is somebody, maybe, but I don't. I can't. Maybe, like I said, there's hope for Larry only if he goes to a rehabilitation center for a year, not for 2 months, not for six. Larry needs to go and detox his body in a rehabilitation center and get all that crack, all that alcohol, all that weed, and whatever else out of his system, and focus, because he seemed like he's the same, around the same age or a little bit older than Shamar, where if he's going to be in Shamar's life, he needs to grow up mentally, stop. And then yo, I know he needs some growing, because if Shamar got to tell him to cook, he can't eat raw meat such as hamburger, because he can't die from that. Larry needs to rehabilitate his mind, his body, and his soul. Straight up. If he's gonna stick around and be in Shamar's life, stop coming and going. Stop using Shamar as a stepping stone from when you only need him because you know he's your bankroll and support your habit. If Larry's gonna be in Shamar's life, yeah, when Shamar was packing up his when Shamar last day packing up, and he was telling Larry to help him do the boxes, and Larry talking about Shamar asked Larry about the food that was in the refrigerator that he was gonna fix. And Larry said he fixed it and cooked it. And Shamar said, "You ain't cooked that. You ain't eat that. That shit wasn't even cooked. You can't be eating raw meat." Yeah. Yeah, so Larry needs rehabilitation mentally, physically, and emotionally. He does. If he's gonna be that man in Shamar's life, he needs. And I'm not gonna compare his situation with Alva, because nobody can be like Alva but Alva. So I'm not gonna say he needs to go to rehabilitation so he could treat Shamar like Alva did. It's just, if he said that he loves Shamar and he wants to be in Shamar's life, he needs to have some kinds he needs to go clean the system out. Right, Kai. Exactly. Exactly. I was like, what the fuck? I had to rewind. What did he just say that? What the fuck is going on? Wait a minute. The dog don't even eat raw meat, and you got your ass eating raw meat, bruh. Yeah, you crack for real. For real, for real. So yeah, I just think Larry needs to go to rehab. I really do. He needs rehabilitation to come up out of that, because I I'm be sometimes the way Larry be all up in the camera chewing, he look like he ain't got no goddamn teeth in his mouth, or that's just the way he chew. Like, Lord have mercy, do something with yourself. Like, clean that up. All of that. Like, Larry, no, if you got to do better, especially if he's gonna represent Shamar, and you know Shamar has to have somebody that not just talk bad about my dude, but yeah, his hygienes, and you can't put clean clothes on top of dirty skin, because the smell gonna still be the same. You know, so it no matter. You can't put no motherfucker clean clothes over dirty furniture. What the fuck? Hi, I love you, baby. You know I'm only that. You know I'm down to 10%. 10%, Kai. We've been on for like almost 2 hours, Kai. But yeah, you know why I like it, Kai. Okay, because you know why? Because we be on a different level. It's a new day. And every podcast or every content don't always got to be about, he said, she said, heard it through the grapevine. No static, got an automatic. You don't always got to be bitter, but we always gonna address the bitterness and keep it pushing, but we're able to talk about different things and laugh and be happy. So, because I know when I hang up this live, I always laugh because I'll be like, yeah, me and Kai and Sheila, we be having a good time talking about life in general, not just, one topic all the time. Even though I could probably talk about Tommy the Gossip all day, every day, but then I'll be just like him. Who wants to be like that? So, yeah, girl, I love you to death. You my best friend. Hey, look, that's my best friend. That's my best friend. Them motherfuckers be claiming friends like motherfucking crazy. But yeah, Kai, what I said, I mean, I don't be like, I don't get up here lying and everything. My nephew just tested. My nephew, yo, I'm a definitely sit my nephew Brandon down today. Like, bruh, let me just ask you something. Where the fuck do all your weed go to? Stop tricking. That you always want to trick and then gonna call and ask me. He don't know that I'm home from work, but he gonna say, "Is the key where it's supposed to be?" No, it's showing. And then I'm gonna let him know the key ain't never gonna be there no more. Cause no, now that I know that when he think I'm at work, so wait a minute. He gonna say, Kai, he said, is the key where it's supposed to be. Motherfucker, hell the fuck no. He gonna watch when I get off this internet. I'm gonna plug it up. I'm gonna put it on the charger. I'm gonna call him, and he gonna say, "Oh, you home? No, nigga, you no, you is not coming to my stash." Now I know I can't put my key there no more. Because I always, yeah, like Kai. You always try to keep a key for, emergency. Oh, I don't got no motherfucker but I got cameras, around the perimeter. I don't live in a bad area. I told you before. I live around not retiree, but people that are still active in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. So you don't know when the motherfuckers might have a flashback and think they at war and come out with a bazooka. So yeah, I do live in a very prima donic type of neighborhood where they do they got housing with the people that own the housing committee, and they do all those kind of uh, uh, try to tell you what you could do on your own property type of shit. community shit, housing communities, sir. But I'm glad that I live in an area like that because I don't have to feel like I'm around the ghetto minded motherfuckers. Yeah, them motherfuckers be having issue. They do to Kai. They be having issues because I be like, I told you, that I live in a neighborhood like that, but I'm glad I do. I love to live around the Army, Navy, and Marine, so I ain't have to worry about them motherfuckers, uh, uh, immigrants coming trying to take over our community. You won't do that. Them motherfuckers got bazookas. One of them be driving his army tank home. That nigga think he's stealing our arm. That nigga went and bought him an army tank. What the nigga? Well, let me call Shamar and tell this motherfucker think he in Iraq. This motherfucker got him a whole. Yo, we be cracking out, y'all. I be saying, oh, motherfucker, where the fuck you think you in? Iran or somewhere? Or the Ukraine? Who riding down the street in his army tank? Like, what the fuck? Is you serious? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, me too. Well, I got something to do. I gotta go train my nephew about trying to trick off of my motherfucking weed. We won't be doing that. So yeah, friend, I'm out, and it is. It's always a pleasure. Love you to death. Love you to death. It's always a pleasure. We overdid ourselves this time. We stayed up for 2 hours. We over well. It get better. It get better. You know. Have a peaceful day. God bless. It's time to plug up anyway. But I'm definitely gonna do what I said I was gonna do in the beginning about telling you what's going down on the down low. Got to school you on that one. All right, though, baby. Two up, two down, VA all day. Love and blessings go out to you, sweetheart. Have a blessed day. And that goes for everybody. Amen.